We talk about money on a Monday, and tipping in the hospitality industry is a perennial topic. Last week, a story that a Mexican themed restaurant in the US, it's in fact owned by the creators of the South Park TV show. It's called Casa Bonita. They've banned tipping after they've decided to pay staff $30 an hour. That's about double the going hourly rate, minimum wage in the United States. The topic of tipping has often led to the discussion on whether or not tipping culture has gone too far, particularly in the United States, that tipping is no longer being reserved for rewarding exceptional service, but has somehow become expected. It's been a topic of conversation here in South Africa as well. Zsa Zsa is a upmarket restaurant here in the Cape Town CBD, and a few weeks ago they were in the news after a letter to staff was shared in which the business told staff members that if they accept any cash or card tips from customers without prior permission from the general manager, it would be considered misconduct. They've later clarified by saying that the service fee that they charge would be distributed more equitably between front of house and kitchen staff, because they all contribute to the overall experience of a diner. Joining me now, Louw Nienaber, manager at Zsa Zsa. Louw, thanks so much for joining us. We talk about money on a Monday. How is the restaurant and hospitality business doing, particularly now in winter?
We're doing well. I think everybody had an exceptional season, and things came down after April, and we are out of season currently, but in about a month or 2 or 3, we're back in season. So everybody's getting ready for season currently, but things are going well.
Let's talk about your tipping policy. A mixed reaction from people who are in the industry to people who have experience of working, in hospitality. What led to this policy implementation of saying we're sharing all tips that come in as a business?
Look, I think when waiters started to earn a salary as your kitchen staff, your back of house would as well, things should have actually changed at that stage already. But what we do is we charge a service charge attached to our bills, and that gets distributed between the waiters, the kitchen staff, the back of house, and the runners and the barman working on your cocktails and your drinks, because to get the perfect serve to your guests, it's not just the waiter who does that job, it's teamwork. So that gets distributed. However, the waiter still retains the majority of that service fee that comes in. And then if he does his job exceptionally well, then guests do tend to tip additionally on the bill, which is allowed.
Is that a service charge, even though I feel I may not have had the best? Of course, experience is obviously subjective, but is it the service charge attached, even if I felt, I'm not saying you serve mediocre meals, but if a customer feels, I really didn't enjoy that, or I don't feel I got the best service, is the service fee still attached?
So coming back to that is why it wouldn't be included in the price of the drinks and the food. It needs to be kept separately for in case there is an issue at the table. We can make an adjustment to the bill if a guest is unhappy with service or food, etc., etc.
How do you incentivize exceptional performance if tipping hasn't been taken away? It comes at the discretion, and if the manager is informed, but how do you as a business, or in the hospitality industry in general, how do you incentivize exceptional performance if tipping or individualized tipping has largely been taken away?
Well, our staff do know how to serve, and they serve extremely well, and they do get additional tipping, and the service charge is reflected on the bill. But staff are also incentivized in various ways, with performances on certain items they sell. They will be incentivized on that. And for example, if you sell a certain amount of bottles of champagne, you'll be incentivized on that. but staff do work hard, and they know that if they work hard and they do a good job at being ambassadors for Zsa Zsa, that our guests do tend to tip them very well. And they are tipped very well, and they earn extremely well salaries as well. So they do know what to do.
On average, what is the collectivized tip that is shared a night by a front of house waitron, a bar staff person, a kitchen runner, a dishwasher, and the people who work in the kitchen? What would be the average that is shared a night?
It's between 15 and 20% of the turnover of the day. I'd say 15 to 25%.
So they get 15 to 25 in rands terms.
Yeah.
What is that? I haven't worked in hospitality. I don't know exactly how much a waitron or a runner or a kitchen staff worker earns. What is that in rands and cents?
So on a busy evening, the staff would earn between 20 and 30K.
That's not bad. How does that?
But that would be divided.
Divided,
right?
okay.
And that's without your hourly service charge,
Okay.
without your hourly rate.
And how many staffers? How many staffers do you have in a night?
Around 15 plus.
So about 2,000 rand extra every night.
Yes.
That's not bad. How does that affect tax and pay as you earn? Do you have to make a certain plan? How is that being calculated?
Well, we've got an accounts department who works all of that out, so everything is done from back of house.
A message here. I have an issue when waiters are clearly instructed to push out certain dishes or specials because they need to get rid of old stock, for example. I enjoy going to a restaurant where I get individualized attention. It makes me feel good. And if my spoon drops, there's certain watrons who are very quick to get you a new glass, get you a new spoon. That of course has unintended consequences on the dishwasher, the poor dishwasher at the back of house. What is currently your attitude on the phenomena of tipping culture at the moment, Louw?
Look, when I go out, I'm always prepared to give 10% for the service because you still get service. But if service is good, I give more, much more. So service should be rewarded at the level of service you experience while you're having your dining experience. And a lot of people who are in the industry or were in this industry before they started their careers completely understand how the tipping structure works. And with coming back with the message you got with certain food being pushed out, I don't think it works like that. We definitely do not do that. What would be recommended would be signature dishes that do very well, and that's basically all of our dishes. A waiter is the ambassador for the business, and we are still a business, and the business is set up to do well. You want your business to do well. You want your waiters, who are your salespeople, to sell your restaurant and your experience to your guests, or the experience that we want to give our guests. So that's also important to keep in mind.
Louw Nienaber, he's the manager at Zsa Zsa. Watrons, former and current. Kitchen staff, former and current. Runners, cleaners, former and current. What's your thoughts on? I'm appreciative of the concept of shared tips. It takes more than one person to give an excellent dining experience. But what if you are that waitron who goes above and beyond, and you feel, well, I am the ambassador of this restaurant, and therefore I should get maybe a little bit more. Why should I be sharing with another waiter who simply just goes through the motions? 021-446-0567. You can drop me a WhatsApp, 072-567-1567.